Hey, what's going on, guys? The one good thing about this little setup is the lighting. The lighting's really good. It actually makes me feel pretty buff. You can see my muscles, which gets me motivated to make this video. First off, we just want to say good job to everybody who did 18.4 and who came out either Saturday or Friday. You guys did awesome. There's a bunch of females that went RX and did actually better than I thought they were going to do. That is a true testament to our hard work, and you know, we've been spending a lot of extra time in the gym, and I just want to say it's paying off. I'm seeing you guys improve, and let's keep that up. All right, the first footage that I got for you guys today is 4 p.m. class. It's always fun when it's a really full class, which this was. We had, you know, almost everybody there. Mondo's still working on his houses, and Hai is not back, but for the most part, everybody's there. Even Sonu made an appearance. We were working behind the neck split jerks, and the one good thing about behind the neck split jerks is you don't have to go around the necks because the bar's not in front of you, and so it's a direct line straight up. I'm really trying to get you guys to understand how to split without moving your body forward. What we want to do is extend up and then split. Like, you want to think about your body just being picked up by a big giant, and then you splitting your feet and then the giant putting you right back down. Now, obviously we're pressing on that bar, but we're pressing on that bar to bring our body weight down underneath it. We're not actually pressing the bar up. We're driving the bar up, and then we're actually pressing our body down. Even our resets are starting to look a little better. You guys are starting, your weight is not forward, so you're able to get your front foot back, then the back foot. Many of you in the beginning, your weight was so far forward that it was more comfortable for you to bring your back foot forward. All right, the 4 p.m. class. All right, guys, so obviously after, all right, guys, after the strength section, obviously we move into the workout of the day. Today we had an overhead barbell carry, but we didn't carry it anywhere. We just stood in place and we held for a minute. The men used 75 pounds, the women used 45, and this was actually harder than I thought it was going to be. If you didn't activate your shoulders and leave your elbows locked out, you're using more of your muscles, and it made for a hard day. So those of us who really engaged and activated those shoulders straight up were able to make the whole minute. Yeah, a good tip for next time is also don't go so wide with your hands, because we had it was just more comfortable with our hands about pressing distance. A lot of people complain about their wrists, so we moved their grip in a little closer, and that helped. All right, after that minute, these guys moved on to a 50-yard walking lunge. We just really tried to step long and keep that chest up. Since we were outside, we weren't really watching their knee get down. Some members obviously cannot go down as far. You guys you did your best at what you can do, and you know, that's all that we can ask. After the walking lunges came the last part of our workout, which was a farmer carry. The guys used 50 pounds, the women used 35, and we tried to keep those shoulders back and engaged the whole time, and that kind of help the grip. Some people chose to take a break. Some people tried to make it through. You know, again, your level of fitness will be your level, and we're gonna push you, and you're gonna get there, but don't be afraid or embarrassed of where you're at. All right, so 4 p.m. class, I love you guys. Thanks for letting me shoot you, and you guys did awesome. I'll see you guys on Monday. Let's move on now to Soraya. Soraya came in, it was a light class, so I was recording her behind the neck split jerks, because with her, we're trying to get her to not drive forward. What we're trying to get her to do is not like dip with the hips leading back. We want the knees to drive forward and the hips to drop, and that's gonna allow us to stay underneath the bar and drive it straight up. If the hips go back first, like a squat, then when we drive up, we're actually driving at an angle, which you'll be able to see in a later clip. This is the one in particular that's really bad. You'll see the hips go back, and you'll see her drive forward to meet the bar. I then corrected her, and she was able to put a better lift in, and you'll see the difference. This one, the bar moves straight up, she drops, and it's really quick. Overall, her and I, we did what, about 10 minutes, and she took some time in between. We really talked about what she needed to do in the next reps, and like every rep led to a better rep, and you know, it was about 10 minutes and she got better. We're moving on to a morning class, a 6 a.m. class. These guys have been here with me for a while, and especially Linda Santiago, she's been there when it was only one person. We actually created the 6 a.m. class because she wanted to do it. And I was like, you know what, it makes sense. We got Saujenya, she's new. She's been here about 2 months now. Linda, and Sarah. The cool thing about this class is that everybody moves at their own pace and everybody roots for each other. There's nobody's being left behind, you know, and I really admire these guys for that. It's a really fun time. It's a time right before I get to eat, so I think about that while I'm in the class, and then their attitude and their presence just kind of makes me even happier. The hand release push-ups worked really well for the standard because, you know, it allowed us to get our chest to the ground every time. People weren't rushing through the push-ups to try to finish. The worst thing, and I'm gonna stop the clip right here so I can look at you guys. The worst thing I can see on a push-up is when you guys just go down a little bit and it's like, you guys are just trying to headbutt it. You know, you're like, whoa, yeah, I'm doing good. Don't do that. All the way down to the chest, and if you have to go to the knees, go to the knees. Pace was also a really important factor here. I mean, those of you who did 18.4 knew that, you know, at some point you're gonna hit that spot where if you keep going, you might throw up. You guys at the 6 a.m. class did a good job of pacing yourself, and the final part of 18.4 kind of sucked too, because the bear crawls for me, the hamstrings were just on fire, and it wasn't so bad on my shoulders, but after doing those deadlifts, man, and then you go to that bear crawl, it was just killer on the hamstrings. All right, 6 a.m. class, you guys kick ass, you're awesome. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys on Monday. Moving on to the final section of this video, the competitors club that I'm trying to get going at the gym. Okay, the idea behind it is that we have a few members who can do the standards, they can do the handstands, they can do everything. And we didn't start like that, so I'm excited. I'm excited that, you know, we have people to do it. And what I want to do is create an atmosphere where we, the people in the competitors club, if you choose to be, we compete and we hit the standards and we care about all things CrossFit, right? CrossFit is hitting the standards, you know, like it's like a sport. And what I want to create now that we have the people to do it is that competitor. And we don't have to be good, but we can compete and we can follow the rules. And so that is my goal. On the board at the gym, there's a little section, and there's going to be extra work for you guys to do if you choose to. And what I'm going to take you through right now is what I did. Throughout the week, I've tried to do this 3 times, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. The first part of it is a stretch, a 5-minute stretch. I enjoy stretching and watching YouTube or listening to a podcast, or not really listening to music. I kind of want to like follow something, or maybe the news. I watch a lot of news. But for me, I did 5 stretches. I held a position for a minute. I try to breathe. I've been doing yoga now for the last, 2 months. And I've learned how to breathe. And if you guys can breathe while you stretch, I know how simple it sounds, but if you don't do it, it'll stop your progress. Now I chose the 5 areas that I feel like I need help the most in, and those are the areas where we are going to use our muscles for CrossFit, which are the shoulders, the hips, the hamstrings, the ankles, all those good spots where we're tight, I tried to work on. After my stretch, I moved to the GHD sit-up. These things I've been doing for the last month or so, and I've been doing it consistently, and I just got to tell you that I should have been doing this consistently for a long time. So if you guys have extra time, you guys can start without the weight. You just go back past parallel, come back up, maintain tension. If you guys feeling good, add a weight to it, it will help. All right, the third and final movement was the L-sit. This is another thing that I've been doing consistent for the last 2 months, and I got to tell you, my deadlifts, just my overall strength and safety, like the way my back feels now, it feels strong. And my ultimate goal is to be able to get to a minute L-sit. Lately I've been doing 20-second increments and doing like sets of them. All right guys, hopefully you found this video informative and you enjoyed it, and you're having a good weekend and you're getting a lot of rest, because Monday, this is the last week, we will be wrapping up the Open. On Saturday, I want to make a quick announcement that we are going out to eat. So if you guys can come, hang out, enjoy some food, and we'll talk about the last 5 weeks and where we want to go. I think it'd be a lot of fun. You guys have a good night, and we'll see you guys on Monday.